My name is Alok Alström. I'm the former general manager of Uber in Sweden, and at the moment I'm engaged in a couple of different startups that touch the sharing economy space. So I'm super excited to join this conference. The most pressing issue that I see is around the regulatory environment. I think that Sweden is in desperate or critical need of regulatory frameworks that keep up with the innovation in the digital space. And I think the main reason for that is in order for us to capture the true value of sort of the next wave of innovation, we need regulatory frameworks that support such innovation. Otherwise, we will see those startups and those initiatives go abroad. Unfortunately, I think that a lot of the startups in the sharing economy that are successful are coming from abroad. I think that the ones that start off in Sweden are enthusiastic, but do not fully understand the regulatory hurdles that they're facing until they've already sort of gotten going. And that's very unfortunate. It's unfortunate because it limits innovation in Sweden, and it's unfortunate because from a consumer point of view, we don't fully capture the value of the innovation. I think that it's the hopeful part of that is that there are a lot of inquiries, and I think that's at least telling that this is on the map for the authorities. Now, where those inquiries end up and what the legislative outcome of those will be, at least for me, would be too early to say. I think Sweden is a super exciting country from when it comes to the sharing economy, and it's super exciting because it's very polarized in a way. On the one hand, we have a very high digital maturity in Sweden. So we have, for example, one of the world's highest smartphone penetrations. We're very early adopters of new technology in Sweden. So that's sort of positive. And also when it comes to the startup space, at least in Nordics or Northern Europe, I think we're one of the countries with the most venture capital flowing into new ideas. So from that perspective, when it comes to business ventures and consumers, it's super positive, and there's a super strong case for the sharing economy of Sweden. On the other hand, from a regulatory perspective, we're not the worst in the world, but there are certainly, even in Europe, a lot of countries that, from my perspective, and as far as I know, have taken quite a few steps more than what we have in Sweden. So I think we need the catch-up of the regulatory environment to the very strong position that we have on the consumer and the business side. I think my main observation around the conference is that it's very good that the participants of this new sector finally get together and meet. And not only meet with each other, but also meet with the regulators and politicians who oversee the regulation and the legislation. And I think there is a big need for a forum for all of these people to meet and discuss. And I think that my main expectation is for this to be sort of the first of a series of meetings around the topic. So I think getting the conversation started, that's probably my main hope.